Hello everyone, my warm greetings to one and all, especially the students and the parents. During these difficult corona times, many new challenges are being faced by everyone. To add on, online studies too are a real testing times for the children, teachers and parents. As every coin has two sides, so also is digital study. The brighter side of this coin is knowledge can be shared and imparted at the tip of your finger in the comfort of your home. But the other side of the coin too is important as it may be stressful to a few children, teachers, and parents. Being an ophthalmologist, while answering the numerous eye problems posed by the children and their parents, I thought of addressing a few important do's and don'ts for the prevention of digital eye strain. During these corona times, children are totally caught unaware with the harsh realities of life. Their carefree world has suddenly turned upside down. A child who always found some excuse to miss school and stay at home has now suddenly realized how he is missing the joy of those school days. Children are robbed of their simple childhood pleasures. They miss dearly the classroom pranks, the gimmicks played on the playground, and the non-stop chatter in the school corridors. A playful and jovial child suddenly being told to be quiet and shut up with a mask over his face and told no going out to play with friends. Instead, to sit in one place quietly with a mobile in hand and study. Welcome to the era of digital or online study and bye bye outdoor fun and frolic. Eye care becomes very important. The global data in July 2020 suggests that during this COVID-19 pandemic, the digital usage has dramatically increased. It has increased by 75% in the smartphone or mobile phone users and 50% in the laptop or computer or television users compared to the pre-COVID era. Nowadays, a lot of digital gadgets are available in the market, like TV, computer, laptop, iPad, tablet, mobile, to name some of them. The larger the screen, the better. Now you all remember your mother warning you not to sit too close to the TV, correct? Yes, she was absolutely correct. A simple trick to remember when distancing yourself from the TV is to take the width of your television and multiply it by 1.5 times. For example, if your TV is 32 inches wide, then find a comfortable spot about 48 inches away. Similarly, when you're watching the computers, the ideal distance to be kept from the eyes is 51 to 101 centimeters. Most of the people find the distance between 51 to 65 centimeters comfortable, but it is up to your own preference. A simple hack on how to measure the distance between the computer and yourself is hold your arm out in front of you while sitting straight in your chair, with your fingertips barely reaching the screen. Once you have got that distance, you are good at it. Similarly, while using the smartphones, remember the distance between your eyes and your smartphone screens really does matter because the shorter distances can increase the demand of the vision coordination and cause stress on your eyes. For a healthy distance, keep your smartphones away 41 to 46 centimeters away. The age and duration of exposure to the screen and the screen duration are very, very important. For children below 2 years, or let us say below 18 months, it is better that no screens is the best option. The exception being when a live video chat with the family and friends is required. Also, it is important to choose a high quality educational program whenever the child is watching below 18 months, and that too, the parents should ensure that the child understands what's going on the screen. For children between 2 to 5 years, a 1 hour limit should be put. Parents should watch as well to again ensure the understanding of the applications. In children 6 years or older, a maximum of 2 hours per day of screen time should be enforced. Now, why is it so important that we enforce a specific screen time limit and the age for the duration or for the exposure of the screens? This is very important because in the growing period or in babies, the skull bones are very thin and the chances of radiation absorption is more. Similarly, in children and toddlers, especially babies and toddlers, it is very important for them to explore the environment. And for all these experiences, nothing is better than the natural sights and the sounds rather than a mobile. Now, as you all understand, digital gadgets have become a part of our life, and we have to use these digital gadgets for our education purpose also. So now let us try how to avoid the digital eye strain caused. As mentioned previously, the larger the screen the better, the further the distance the better. Now when we are watching the screens continuously, this causes eye strain, and to relieve this eye strain, the most important rule to be followed is the 20-20-20 rule. It is important to look at a distant object 20 feet away after every 20 minutes for minimum 20 seconds. This tiny break allows the eye muscles to rest, which are being constantly under strain to focus on the screen. Also, while looking at the screen, always keep the screen monitor slightly the top of the monitor tilted further away from the eyes so that when the eye looks slightly in a downward position, the part of the cornea is covered, and this helps to decrease the dryness in the eyes. Again, to avoid digital eye strain, it is always better to avoid glare and reflections on the screen. So, during the daytime, you can use some shades or curtains from the bright light entering the room. Similarly, during nighttime, bulbs can be used or illumination can be used. Whenever this illumination is used or whenever during the daytime, always try to maintain the illumination of the screen and that in the room to be equal. So this decreases the eye strain. Also, the font size is very important. As seen over here, an adequate or larger font size will decrease the eye strain. And also, if you have darker alphabets on a lighter background, it decreases the eye strain. Another very important factor is to cut down the blue light from the screen by using the night mode, or ARC coating glasses may be used, also be used in children having refractive errors. A good posture is very, very important to avoid eye strain. Always use a chair with arms and keep an erect posture and have adequate back support too. Children must rest their feet on the floor, and if you find your your child's feet are not touching the floor, then an additional small stool or cushions may be used. Also, whenever you are working, see that there is no direct flow of air current on the eyes, as this increases the chances of drying. And last but not the least, a correct refractive error corrected glasses should be used by the child. And lubricating drops, as advised by your doctor, may be used when there is a lot of dryness or gritty sensation in the eyes. Children are very enterprising and always full of surprises. After an online study session, maybe a child may come up with an idea to ask for rewards in the form of playing a video game or watching TV. Parents should not fall prey to this trap. Please, no negotiations to be done, and the parents should strictly stick to the permitted screen time allotted to the child. Parents should learn to replace the screen time with better and real time activities with the child, so a child may not demand for the screen time after an online session. Parents should involve the children in the joys of reading a comic book, a storybook, etc., or introduce him to a music class, or introduce him to some other place or games in which the child is interested. Another important thing is parents should always monitor the contents of what the child is watching. Communication is a very important tool for the parents. They have to learn to communicate or explain to the child the importance of healthy eyes, healthy body, and explain the problems of sedentary lifestyles. Also, the importance of sleep has to be stressed by the parents. It is very important to know that 95% of the children use the screen just 1 hour before going to bed. This use of screen 1 hour before the bedtime is harmful for the sleep because the blue light emitted suppresses the melatonin, which is required to induce sleep. Also, the light from the electronic devices keeps the brain active when in fact the brain should be winding down. Sleeping with the phone awakes the child because of the messages and the light emitted at night. Hence, a rule must be made to remove all the screens from the child's room before bedtime. Parents should inculcate a habit of daily at least minimum of 1 hour of outdoor activity for the child. They should encourage outdoor games, nature walks, etc. Unfortunately, some parents may have to face the problem of mobile addiction in the children in spite of their Herculean efforts. Now, how do we understand that the child is being addicted to the mobile? Or what are the problems associated with it? The parents will notice the child has some physical problems, like the child keeps on repeatedly complaining of headache, neck pain, eye strain, or he keeps on rubbing his eyes or complains of irritation in the eyes. Similarly, other performance activities of the child too get affected. The most important being the academic performance is badly hampered. This is because the child is unable to concentrate in his studies. Partly this is due to the poor sleep the child gets at night, and this sleep disturbance is one of the major causes of mobile addiction, which leads to academically poor performing child. Also, the child's speech language development too gets affected. Later on, this transforms into certain behavioral changes where the child just does not respond to the parents and throws tantrums or may go in depressive or aggressive spells. To overcome the mobile addiction in children, parents have to take some efforts on their own also. That is, parents should practice what they preach. Firstly, they themselves must keep away from the TV or mobile because children are always mirroring the parents' actions. Make it a rule to have at least one meal together. That is the family time. And during this time, no gadgets are allowed by anyone. Make this time useful to discuss with the children about their school activities, about their sports, about their friends, about their teachers, etc. Apart from it, children love to go out on the weekends, so a family outing is very, very important where everyone has sunlight exposure, which has become very, very important nowadays.
Start.
As you all know, children are very, very smart and curious about their mobiles. So, a word of caution for the parents to avoid the misuse of technology in the children's hands. Please always download apps from the official app stores only. Also, the software must be updated regularly. Download, resend, and install these updates often, which include the security fixes. Avoid suspicious links. Lock your device with a password before you hand over the phone to the child. Parents can also track the screen time and use parental settings to restrict specific apps or website links. It's always going to be an ongoing challenge for the parents because the rules set by the parents have to be again revisited as the child grows. Digital detox has to be planned for the family. And most important, parents should always remember to restrict their own screen time. Finally, the take home message for everyone: make rules and follow them, plan a digital detox, parents should restrict their own screen time, inculcate healthy eating habits, and plan family outings together. Let us all say, come back fun and frolic, come back fun and frolic, and go away Corona, go away. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind.